Welcome back to the channel. We're in the gun room again today. Shout out to Brian over at Aim Surplus for sending us out one of their new Glock 43X DP slides. Yes, take your mind out of the gutter. We're talking about dual port, not the other thing. This right here is one of their new dual port slides. So if you've ever looked or seen the SIG P365X macro, it basically has a built-in compensator. So this is still using the same Glock 43X barrel length. However, the compensator is built into the slide. So you don't need a threaded barrel and then an external compensator on this. So this right here has just a standard like 43X style barrel installed. You can see no porting, but these have dual ports. That's where the DP comes from. So you can get additional compensation by swapping out one of their compensated barrels with it. And you can see that those ports match up with the big large port milled into the slide. This is cut for an RMSC. Now, these slides do not come completed. That's kind of a bummer. So you'll have to take and get a completion kit and a set of sights to your choosing. Paired this with one of the SET frames, also available from them. I love these frames. These frames are awesome. Now, be sure to go over to the campsite page. You can check out all the item numbers and so on and so forth as far as that goes. But we're going to see what kind of compensation difference these two barrels make with this. So essentially what you've done with your 43X or your 43 is turned it into basically the same overall size as a Glock 48. Okay, but you're getting compensation out of it. So I'm really anxious to see if this combination of parts is going to get rid of some of that snappiness that we see with the Glock 43X. So I'm pretty interested and excited to check that out. So let me get this camera back to the range and I'll meet you guys over at the hide. So we have the non-ported barrel installed into the slide. So we're going to take a few shots with this on steel and see what kind of mannerisms it has with just the slide porting. Magazine loaded up. Let's see how it feels. All right, you can definitely tell a little bit of a difference, but I'm not gonna lie, it's not much with just the slide porting. Let's go ahead and swap in the ported barrel along with the slide and see how that feels. All right, we got our ported barrel installed into our slide. Let's take a few shots with this and see if we can tell a difference. Oh, a little bit of a malfunction there. Now, that's pretty remarkable. I'm not going to lie. You can definitely tell a difference with that ported barrel in there as well. Now, keep in mind with these slides and these frames, give them some break-in time, especially if you get one that is coated. If you have one that's Cerakoted on the slide, give it a couple hundred rounds before you make up your mind with it, because it's going to need a little bit of a break-in period. But, man, I tell you what, you install the ported barrel with this ported slide. I hope it came through on camera, but that thing, I mean, it is like completely on target as fast as you pull that trigger. That is crazy. There is hardly any muzzle bounce at all. Okay, so our Aim Surplus DP Glock 43X slides. Now again, I'll leave the final interpretation up to you guys, but I can tell you for a fact, you can most definitely tell a difference between the ported barrel and the standard barrel. So, you know, take that for what it's worth, but I believe it does do what it says. Now, the standard barrel with just the ported slide, I don't really tell much of a difference with that, but there's a noticeable difference with the addition of that ported barrel. Now again, these are all available on their website. Go over and check out the campsite page and see if maybe one of these might be right for you. But if you got any questions on this, please post them up down below. Always glad to interact with you guys. Appreciate the support, and as always, shoot straight. Later.